guys, HMK once again, and the NX is the Nintendo Switch. Yes, the flurry of news that Nintendo has provided with us with that trailer, it looks great. I'm ready for the Nintendo Switch. I'm ready to make the Switch to the Nintendo Switch. And yes, my hype is everlasting and true when it comes to this stuff. A lot of people believe that I was overreacting to a console and stuff. All these people who just came up to my channel like, oh, this guy's overreacting, calm the fuck down, calm the hell down. Well, yes, I am a huge Nintendo fan, and I reacted as such. What they saw was the reaction to a new console, and like a lot of people said on Twitter, they didn't see the 2 years of hype building for this thing, and I gotta say, Nintendo did not disappoint. They nailed it. You know, I'm really legitimately excited for the Nintendo Switch, and a lot of people would say, oh, what's the big deal? It's just a Wii U 2.0. A lot of people would say that, yeah, it is what I feel that it's what the Wii U should have been, and I'm going to explain a little bit why, but the basis of this video is that I believe that the Nintendo Switch, it has so much potential. It really is a grand concept. It is something that I believe will sell as long as Nintendo does not fuck up when it comes to marketing this thing, but we're going to have to wait and see. There's so many variables that need to be applied to this thing that we don't know. We need to know the full specs. We need to know what the price point is. We need to know what it can do besides the whole, pick up and go, because what we've seen already is a lot. The Nintendo Switch offers a lot of gameplay styles. The big gimmick is that you can take it and go and play with it where you want, But the thing is that separates this console from the Wii U and the Wii, and in some perspective the 3DS, is that the gimmick, the concept of the Nintendo Switch does not overpower the console itself. It is not forced. It is something completely optional. Nintendo even said in a statement that this console is first and foremost a home console. You have the ability to play in various styles that it allows you to, but if you so want to, you can just have the system at home and play it at home, and that's all you need to do with that. And Nintendo sorely needed to find this balance of a gimmick that Nintendo's known for gimmicks. They're known for concepts. They're known for innovation. They're known to try and push the boundaries of what gaming is. And they're doing that once again with the Switch, but they're not forcing it upon people. So people who love Nintendo for that innovation will be able to enjoy the Switch for what it is. And if people don't want all that stuff, but they still want to get awesome exclusive Nintendo games that they offer, a great new system, a great way to play stuff, they can get the Switch, but they don't have to use all of these gimmicky concepts and stuff. They don't have to take it out of their house. They don't have to play with other friends using that, player 2-ass controller, that small end of that. They can if they want to, and I'm pretty sure it'll be grand, but they don't have to. To explain, this is the Wii U gamepad, alright? I got none against the Wii U as a system. I think it's great. The games on it I love and stuff, but I'm not gonna be like, oh, staple Nintendo fanboy, blindness, or that. No, I knew this thing was gonna be detrimental from the beginning because Nintendo tried to force this concept on you with their games, and other developers did the same. They're like, hey guys, this is great, the gamepad is awesome, here, play with the gamepad, it's optimal, it's the best way to go. I mean, you can get the Pro Controller, but this is the gamepad, it comes with it. Come on guys, play with the gamepad. And I'm not gonna lie, there are some games that do promote the asymmetrical gameplay that the Wii U, boasts, but nothing I feel came close to fully realizing or validating this thing. There are some games that are like, hey, yeah, it uses it well, but I mean, there's nothing that just, sells this to me entirely. Most of the time when games have an option to use the Pro Controller, I would just let this thing sit. One, the battery life on this thing is terrible, and two, I mean, there's no reason for me to use the touchpad unless I can do everything on a Pro Controller, right? So that concept was really detrimental to the Wii U. That and the naming and the poor marketing and the lackluster game lineup when it released, and it took like 2 years to get the traction of it. That thing was like, I'm not gonna lie and sit there like, I love the Wii U, but it was doomed from the beginning. But it seems Nintendo is taking with the Switch, they learned their lesson. Yeah, it's a big gimmick. Yeah, it's gimmicky as hell. But you don't have to use that gimmick. You don't have to use that concept. You can sit at home and play your game. You can enjoy multiplayer at home, online, all that stuff. Nintendo said it in their press release. And if you so want, take it on the go. I'm pretty excited for the on the go feature as long as it's applied the right way. Because I would love to have Breath of the Wild, but then when I got something to do, when I gotta go to a friend's house or when I gotta go to my girlfriend's place or anything like that, I can get the Wii U, not the Wii U, let me stop. I can get the Switch, pick it up. If I don't want to drive to anywhere, I can just take the bus, the train. I've taken the bus and the train all my life. So I can take that, go on the train, continue Breath of the Wild on the go. That concept sounds great, but it doesn't overshadow what the Switch is, which is a home console. And thanks to what we know about NVIDIA Tegra, that's going to be running a custom NVIDIA processor, modded version of the Tegra. And this Tegra, according to NVIDIA, is going to have an architecture that will rival that of its best GeForce series. So that sounds great. You know, Breath of the Wild already looks better on the Switch than it does on the Wii U from what the small things we've seen. So, but we gotta really see that in perspective or whatnot. And then a lot of people are complaining, oh, 720p on the screen. Why do you need more than 720p on a screen like that? Oh yeah, there are certain smartphones that render 4K. Like, do you really need that? You know, I don't need something that's gonna be more expensive than what it needs to be. You know, and that's another thing about the Switch that comes into play. The pricing. There's whispers going around with 250, 300, 350, 400. I'm sorry, but anything past 300 would be a very sore step for Nintendo to take. 300 is the maximum. I believe 250 is the optimal price for the Switch. If that is the price, and if Nintendo is really good at marketing this system come March, then I believe this is going to sell well. They have to have a killer launch lineup, and people will be down to play with it. You know, the Nintendo 3DS, one of Nintendo's most lucrative products, gets mobile gaming right. It promotes people playing together, Street Pass, the ease of connectivity, the multiplayer-rich lineup, the fact that you can play with a friend with one cartridge when they have download play. If they apply the same, I would say, you know, thought process when it comes to playing with your friends on the 3DS to the Nintendo Switch on what it can do when you go outside, then I see no problem with this thing selling. This, along with the fact that we've seen in the trailer that, yeah, you can take it on the go, and then the two sides of the controller can pop out, and then one person can have one on one hand and another friend can have it. You have everything you need to play with a friend when you're on the go or at home. That is like you get the system, you already have player 1 and 2 there. Yeah, a lot of people's like, man, I don't want no player 2 ass controller, that small shit. It works. And then some games, all it needs is a control stick and buttons, and you good to go. That sounds great in my opinion. But then it also comes down to the fact of how people choose to apply all of this gimmick and concept and what the Switch can do. Yes, there is the question. I'm not going to beat around the bush. There's the question and there's the thing going around is that, you know, people are probably not going to take this into certain neighborhoods. People are not going to take this for their own personal fear and fear of others, you know, of getting stolen or whatnot. And yes, it's a legitimate factor that you have to play into. You know, the 3DS with that, you know, you play the game and then, like, if you're not feeling too safe out in the open, just put it in your pocket. You know, drive attention away from potential thieves or whatnot. But the Switch, not so much. I mean, if you had a backpack, you're good. If you had a purse, you're good. But that thing I don't really see that thing going into your pocket or whatnot. So, I mean, like, maybe a carrying case, something like a strap to your belt like this. You can do that. Or a backpack. You know. A fanny pack, maybe. I don't know. But that's another factor when it comes to play. And then also, are people really going to use this outside? I believe so. Like I said before with the 3DS, if they apply the same type of thought process with social gaming and, you know, promotion and advocating, incentivizing people to play with each other, then yeah, I see the Switch doing that. Nintendo's already really strong in the mobile market. With the Switch, if they apply it the right way for social gaming, this can sell. This can have a place in the mobile market very easily. But the thing is, it doesn't have to be, and that's the beauty of it. it truly grants you the freedom of play, and that is what the Switch, I feel, is going for. You can play at home, and when you want to continue things, go for a flight or whatever, like it showed in the trailer, you take it, play it on the go, come home, continue your game. And then, but that also begs the question, what is the battery life going to be on this thing? The battery life has to be at least... I have to be very careful when I say this, alright? Because, I mean, there's whispers saying 1 hour, 2 hours. 2 hours, 1 hour, that's not acceptable. 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours minimum, in my opinion. You know, but how long can that thing truly stay, stay alive? We've had tablets, iPhones, the 3DS, the new 3DS that have pretty much good extended life, battery, power save mode, and all that stuff. So it's not out of the realm of possibility for this thing to last long outside, especially if that's one of the things that is being promoted about the Switch. It needs to have a good battery life. All right, it needs to be durable. It needs to have all this stuff. But the concept itself for the Switch is so grand and it has so much potential. I really believe that Nintendo finally found the middle ground between the hardcore gamer, the casual gamer, and the innovation. They finally found the middle ground between all that. It has a concept that doesn't overshadow or force itself onto gamers. It has the potential to draw in casual gamers, and it has mad potential to draw in hardcore gamers with the third-party support that we have, the Nintendo games that we're gonna love, and all these other games that are coming to it, like NBA, Skyrim. Even though Skyrim is not confirmed for the thing, but Bethesda just said that we're on board with the Switch, but Skyrim is not confirmed. The Switch needs to have an insane launch lineup, and Nintendo, this concept you have for the Switch, I believe, is your strongest concept to date. I believe it has the potential to sell well. It is a great concept. I love it. And the beauty of the concept that I love so much is that it's not forced, but it's there. But listen to me, Nintendo. You need to market this thing well. You need to go full force. Kimishima, that's your president. You are a businessman. Use your business savvy tactics. Go ahead, market the shit out of this game. Do promotions, connections, all that stuff. Do not sleep. Do not make the same mistake with the Wii U where you expect people to get this. You expect the hardcore market to get this. You expect the mobile market to get this. You expect the casual market to get this. No. That was a sore misunderstanding for the Wii U. Alright, you already got your foot in the door with this insanely good trailer and all of this press that's going around and whatnot, and all of the support from these third-party developers, and the concept itself. You have your foot in the door, but that alone is not going to sell units. Great launch lineup, good marketing, good price. You need to show this thing can be applied in all the ways you want it to, but at the same time, show gamers they can enjoy this at home first and foremost. Nintendo, please do not fuck this up when it comes to marketing, when it comes to allowing people to know and see this stuff. Have events where people get to experience this. Drive word of mouth as part of your promotion. Use guerrilla tactics. Do whatever it takes to get people on board with the Switch. There's already a lot of people hashtagging make the Switch, but that's not going to be enough come March. Okay? This system, I am extremely hyped for. I am glad this system, I am not going to lie, I was really adamant. That did not sit well with me, the thought of a hybrid console, because I thought the fact that it is a hybrid console will overshadow the console entirely. But now I see where it's applied and what Nintendo's doing. It is a hybrid console, but it's a home console first. If you don't want it to be a hybrid console, it does not have to be. Nintendo, this is great, but you really need to keep your eyes on the damn prize and do not repeat the mistake with the Wii U. Go in when it comes to marketing and promotion with this thing. You do that, and this thing will sell like hotcakes. I'm going out on the limb. I believe this thing will sell as long as all the variables are in place. Great promotion, great launch lineup. It already has a great concept. Alright? I want to know what you guys think in the comment section below. What do you think about the Switch's concept? I believe it's a great concept, and the biggest thing that I'm taking away from this is that the concept isn't forced and is completely optional. Alright? but we're gonna have to know more about this. But I want to know what you guys think as it stands right now about the Switch. Please leave your comments in the comment section below and subscribe to HMK, because I will watch this thing like a fucking hawk, and I promise you that. So until the next video about the Switch, I've been HMK, and I'm making the Switch.